There's a restaurant we had lunch at.
Out to the beach.
Seen some of this already, but I'll make it short. The hurricane's going to come real quick. A couple of days before the hurricane, it cleared up, and then it came. Kind of a nice shot here. You hear all them waterfalls, and it looks like they painted it. Cable Beach is just gorgeous. And like I say, this is right before the hurricane. I think it's the hurricane. I think it's the next day. Actually, people are out playing pool. There's my son playing pool. My wife and kids. There's a little. That's the bar, but there's a restaurant right behind it. They serve great food. I'm always talking about the food, aren't I? Yep. There's kind of a scan of the beach. This is still pretty early. This is kind of an odd sight, but there you go. They've got hot tubs all over, like I showed you before. That restaurant right there in front of us, they pray every morning before they start work. And they serve great food. You can't see too much inside. I don't even know if they're open. This is still pretty early in the morning. They open at 11. There it is. Great food. Great conch. Matter of fact, I took it the last day. I took it with me. And played for a while in that waterfall. Had a great time. But there they are swimming. Those were the kiddie pools. Had a great time. I'll just bore you with this one little thing here because it was kind of interesting. My kids, were you guys in there, Rudy? Rudy played in there. But these kind of things were all over at Cable Beach. So I can't highly recommend Cable Beach enough. Pretty reasonably priced, I mean, considering the Bahamas. Enough. The downtown Nassau. So there's some of the boats that they have. A bunch of them, a bunch of big ones. This was the evening before the hurricane, and it was supposed to set in during the night, that night, which it did. And so people were getting all their touring done. That was downtown Nassau right there. It's not much of a town, but it's the biggest they got. And yeah, you know, they had everything. They drive on the wrong side of the road, but there's a Chinese place. You know, it was a nice place. It was, you know, you got to be careful there at nighttime, I guess, like any other city. But we enjoyed ourselves. A lot of things to do. As you can see, more Nassau. There's the government buildings. One of them. And that was kind of interesting. I just wanted to take one little shot. This is they have a lot of nice jewelry shops, that are inexpensive. Something to do with the taxes and the duty. You get them quite inexpensive. And I didn't get to show you the picture of the government building, their parliament for the Bahamas. You got the tail end of it, but that's it right there. And for whatever that's worth, that's kind of like our White House, where officials meet. Do my best to give you an abbreviated tour of the Atlantis. This place is just incredible. It's probably one of the most elaborate motels probably in the world. And we just walked through it, and we were in the casino there, walking through to get to the aquarium. You have to walk through the casino to get to the aquarium. You'll see a man flag us, tell us, "You can't do that here." But it is just, the place is just awesome. You see him start waving his arm here in a minute. He's telling me to put my camera down. The place is just awesome. See him? Hey, you can't do that. But look at the ceiling. Well, maybe this one isn't. They had a mall. And then this ceiling here is just something to behold. Had paintings all around the edge of it. It's supposed to be like the lost city of Atlantis. Quite a place. Up on the upper level, I'm going to kind of zoom in and show you the big aquarium they have. You can go to a different part. You have to pay $35 a person to see it, but there you can go in and see, and we will see that in just a minute. But I'm showing you kind of a back angle of it. It's right by their restaurant there. It is just awesome. They have shark, they have crab, they have just everything. You name it, they've got it in there. Hammerhead shark, I think we'll see. And it's all part of the aquarium in the hotel. And this was just, I thought, was really pretty too. On the way down to the aquarium. Oh boy, that's quite a shot, wasn't it? But there you have schools of fish.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Those are yellow tails, and kind of type of fish we caught, and it's just schools of them.
Bonefish.
There's a bonefish, and they had schools of bonefish too.
We have a better shot of a stingray.
There you go. There's the stingray,
The one I caught.
and just all kinds of fish in there. You can see the rain. Oh, there's a big old stingray of some sort. The rain from because the hurricane's setting in. As you can see it up at the top of the water, and there's a little hammerhead down in your bottom corner there. But if the sun was shining, you could see that a lot better. But it was cloudy and just, it was just, that place was just awesome.
That's a pretty fish.
Like one of the guys at the place said, it's a Sodom and Gomorrah, probably. But it's for beauty. It sure is pretty and interesting. A lot of interesting things to look at. There's more hammerhead sharks and lobsters. And there we are, sitting on the throne.
Okay.
Now, as we're leaving, the guy stops on the bridge and lets us take that quick picture of it. That's the Atlantis, right there. Now, the hurricane is set in, and they feed us downstairs. We don't have to pay for the food. We don't have to pay for the night. They give us extra nights. Those are the girls we ate with. They're really nice to us. And they set out a feast, man. They just set out tables full of food. Here we have the hurricane setting back in. It's really too hard to tell what's going on. But I'm standing outside. I was really stupid.
About 5 minutes since I stood outside. Now you can barely see the end of the motel.
Those buildings are made indestructible, pretty much.
Raining, and it is really windy.
There's they're evicting us, or getting us out of there. The first front half of the storm hit in the morning. This is the second half, which was the worst half, which blows all them trees down after a while. They told us to get out, and we had to go in the basement and stay there until the storm passed. So we stayed in the basement till like 7 o'clock at night. It was nice though, like they say. I just showed you a picture of that. Here's me sneaking outside. Trees blowed down everywhere. The storm was pretty much over at this point, but it was still really windy. I mean, trees blowed everywhere. Trees on top of cars. You can see the wind blowing there. The storm is pretty much over at that point, but that was quite an awesome thing to go through. Another shot. Well, here's a little interesting thing they did for us. It's called Junket-2 or something, Junket-2 or something. Some kind of music they do. It was entertainment for us because we were locked down there in that basement so long. just the motel staff just come to, it's their like their native music. It's native to Bahamas, like if an American came to with country western music. It's just their party music. And they just do that, and then they just get happy and do that. That dude's really getting into it. I just like watching him. You know, just motel staff guys having fun. Entertaining us. They had a big screen television with movies and stuff like that for us. Played movies and fed us to food coming out our ears. A lot of fun. Here's some of the damage that you see the water on the floor. That wall right there was blowed in. That's not an outside wall either, that's an inside wall. Some of those people on that floor right there lost a lot of stuff. No lives were lost, but I guess the rooms were so damaged that a lot of personal items were lost. Here's just a little bit of the wreck and stuff. I mean, there are trees everywhere. You can't really see it, but there's trees, a lot of trees down. A lot of signs down, trees down. And this is the next morning. A lot of trees down. They thought it was going to be a mild one, but then it picked up force and turned into quite a hurricane. You see the signs down everywhere. Almost every sign you see was blown down. I even seen a car sign, I think you'll see it here somewhere, that was bent right over. Not pulled out of the ground, bent over a car sign from the wind. All the signs were blown down. This is the next day, people acting like nothing happened. Light poles blowed down, trees blowed down in between cars. I didn't see one car with a tree on it. Every single car, the tree would go in between the cars. Pretty interesting. I'm trying to find that. I wonder if I could. There's all them trees blown down, broken in half, some of them. I'm trying to find that sign. I thought I recorded it. The sign. There's one that's blown bent, but it wasn't. Not like the other one. The other one was blown almost down. Tree. Look at all them trees.
I wondered about what they did with all them beach chairs. There you go. Tied them up, throw them in a pool.
Yep. More signs blowed down. Actually, I think we've got 2 more days here. Oh, look, this was such a mess, this roof. That roof, and this roof up above it. You can't tell there, it just blew it all up. Made a mess. This is not our hotel. This was our hotel. They treated us good. They kept care of people. They really did right by us. Gave us extra nights and then said we could come back 2 nights free. So. To the airport. We were ready to go to the airport the next day. That's the roads. We couldn't go. They brought us back.
Next day, actually 2 days later.
Yep, 2 days later. Almost everything is back to normal. They had cleaned up the mess, and we just got to enjoy ourselves.
This is the way it was yesterday, except still had debris everywhere.
It was nice and sunny. It's gone, you know. The hurricane's gone. This is a little straw market I bought. They start really high and then they go really low. Bought Cassie's cap here, and I don't know what else we bought. This is just to show you 2 days later, everything's back to normal. Had the pools going. We were out getting a suntan.